Hello. Yeah, is now on? Yeah. Ah, okay. Now my mic, you know, the something was off. Something was off. Okay, let's do that again. Let's do that again. Sound check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, everything works now. Okay, let's do it again. Bam. The late adopter. Hi guys, I do. Welcome to a Bitcoin Daily 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar, because you know we gotta do the show every single day 9 a.m. Now we are a little bit late today because my dog bit me. Like, I have to show it for the second time. It's a small dog, it's a Chihuahua, but you know, he bit me, and now, you know, I had to call the doctor, and now I have to go get the shot for stuff, you know. And it's not even deep. It's like, you know, a little bit superficial, a little bit blood. Like, how much damage can a little thing do, you know? Anyways, it happened just as I was about to stream before the 9 a.m. So, you know, right now, you know, I'm in a full panic mode, you know, I need to get shot, you know, need to survive to tomorrow. If there is no Bitcoin Daily tomorrow, you know what's happening. I'm somewhere in the hospital, you know, no, not happening. But you know, I still need to go to get shot in a couple hours and stuff like that, you know. I told him to get him enough bones. Was it Luna? No, it was Rocky. You know, Luna is fine, you know. Rocky is like, you know, sometimes he wants you. This is the first time, like, usually when he tries, you know, to, you know, bite you sometimes, you know, but he doesn't bite. He just hold his, you know, much. So he knows he's not, he never bitten before, you know. But right now, I try to, you know, cut his nails, and he hates that, you know. Sometimes, you know, he cut a little too much, you know, happens, It's not, yeah, rabies tomorrow, guys. Rabies tomorrow. So we're gonna see that now. He's probably, I mean, everything's fine. I'm just gonna get shot. Everything's gonna be nice. Anyways, let's go back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks nice. I think it looks nice. You know, I'm more optimistic today than I was, you know, last couple of days. So, you know, that's nice and well. How's everybody in the chat doing right now? Who's in the chat? Captain is right now first. Nice. Richard Hage is here. Badge Guitar. Techno Vikings as well here. Who more? Martin Hage, always, every single time. Sasha Velko. Yeah. Pump. Who more? Let's see here. Yeah, Bjornar is here as well. And we got a super chat, Fortnite Night, from Adrian. Stratos exploded later hours from 2 north to 550. It was sitting at 112 a couple of weeks ago. Could you please look into this one real quick? Maybe later, man. Maybe later. Thanks for the bucks. We're gonna see that. We just started the show. We gotta see what's happening in Bitcoin, and then we gonna come back to some kind of altcoins maybe. Big Viking dude taken out by a Chihuahua. Taken out by Chihuahua. So I'm gonna tell you what's actually happening down here. It looks very nice. So we'll let these lines go. So as you know from before, we had this big downward trend going on up here. Now descending triangles, you know, everybody's gonna tell you they break to the downside, but you know, everybody is not taking into account everything else that's happened, you know. Everybody sees some kind of downtrend, but they only look for this, you know. So what everybody's gonna tell you is that any kind of downtrend that comes, you know, from the downside, you know, descending triangle, they break to the downside. And I'm here to tell you, no, they do not always break to the downside. They do actually break to the upside as well, and this can just as well break to the upside. Right now it looks more probable to break to the upside than to the downside. So what's happening up here? Well, you know, from before we had some kind of inverse head and shoulders up here going on up here. Maybe that's still the case up here. If we break this, you know, the bullishness will definitely kick in as soon as we are above this line up here. Unfortunately, we are not there. But yesterday night before I went to sleep, I put these two lines up here. This is probably something like this, should go something like this up here. I don't know. Doesn't matter. This trend line down here, cannot be broken on the downside. You break this to the downside, you are below 10 and 20 moving average. You are below the trend line. You break this, you know, you are likely gonna see the 55.6. You see 55.6, the probability to break down, you know, increases, you know, tenfold. You break that on downside, you see 53k. Right now, I don't see that, you know, especially after we moved out of this small triangle up here towards the upside. So you can see here that two times up here we were rejected by the red line, the 20 moving average. Over here we managed to get above the 20 moving average. We pumped up to the 50, and then we had a pullback back to the 10-20 moving average, which is a very nice pullback. This is a super nice pullback. So all we have to do right now is get above the 50 moving average. God damn it, if we can get above the 50, if we get above the 50 moving average and close above here, you know, the upside, the breaking of this very important trend line up here, you know, increases tenfold. Like you break, you come back down here, you know, the downside increases tenfold, but you break the 50 moving average up here, the upside increases tenfold that we are gonna break the resistance. So you know, so we are in some kind of you know, no man's land up here below these above these moving averages and below the 50 moving average. So if this starts doing something like this and then breaks on downside, that's a danger signal. We do not want to do that. We do not under any circumstances want to break this line on the downside, because that's a very bearish line. Now there is definitely bullishness going on over here, and that's, you know, that we have managed to get out of this small triangle up here. So this is a very nice move up here. That's why I'm saying to you guys right now that, you know, everything looks fine. It looks fine. Not everything looks fine, but it looks fine. You know, considering the possibilities what could have happened, it looks fine. And this is probably the best case scenario that we could have, you know, could have wanted right now. Not only did we retest, you know, the 10 and 20 moving average down here, we also on this 4-hourly candle, you know, moved back above the triangle, and right now we're sitting above the triangle for the second candle. So just looking at that, it looks fine. Bitcoin looks fine. We need still to get above the 50 moving average. That's gonna be super bullish. If you see 4-hourly candle closing up above here and then standing for one more candle, like, probability to upside, you know, increases tenfold. And this is like the thing that I see right now that actually might actually work out, because I'm gonna tell you now, guys, you know, every single day, not every single day, but you know, a lot of days we do Patreon daily altcoins video, and we watch a lot of coins. Like, we got 100 coins on our watch list, and I can tell you right now, guys, a lot of altcoins, like I think like 60-70% of altcoins are sitting on the bottom support. If Bitcoin for whatever reason decides to take a dump, I mean, altcoins are just gonna scream like hell. I'm not gonna even like, because a lot of altcoins are sitting at the very last support lines. You lose those support lines, it's gonna dump. It's gonna dump so hard. And if this goes below 55.6, if Bitcoin decides to take a dump down here, I mean, altcoins are gonna die. Literally gonna die. I don't know what's gonna happen, but you know, everything is gonna die. So you know, that's like the worst case scenario right now. You cannot go even further down. You go further down, you know, altcoins literally die, because, you know, I mean, you know, Bitcoin cannot do, can't do something like what is it? Bitcoin can't do something like you know, a 6-7% drop without altcoins doing 20-30% drop. Like that's just not gonna happen. That's just not gonna happen, you know. So if Bitcoin dumps down, like, altcoins are literally gonna die, because I'm telling you, they are sitting on the last life support, and if this support doesn't hold on altcoins, everything is gonna crash big time. So Bitcoin looks good. There is a lot of bullishness going on, and we gotta get above this line. We get above this line, we're good. We don't get above that line, we're not that good. But right now it does look bullish. These are the very first signs on the 4-hourly time frame that we can see that we are looking bullish. Let's see the 1-hourly how it looks. You can see this 200 moving average on the 1-hourly, but we are still, you know, climbing towards the upside, and it's good. And you know, 50 moving average on the 4-hourly, 200 moving average on the 1-hourly. These moving averages need to be broken eventually. Once we broke that, that's gonna look super bullish for Bitcoin. And once we get above this trend down here, it's gonna be great. Then this inverse head and shoulders, it's actually technically will be playing out over here, and we are going to some kind of 64,000, something like that. But still, you know, technically we are still in a downtrend. Technically this can still break the downside. Technically we can go down below 55, but it looks good. It looks good, okay? So everything looks nice and dandy right now, and we're gonna see how this actually performs during the day. That said, we can go and talk about a little bit of the DXY, because DXY did a big bump towards the resistance up here. And you remember that we've been talking about you know, dollar index up here. And you see that lately it's just been skyrocketing all the way to the top here, to the, you know, we got to, you know, previously we've been watching 57.4, but you know, we adjusted that level to 96.7, and you can see here hitting 96.7, getting a small pullback down here. Now here's the thing about this, especially we are looking this on the weekly time frame. We are extended from the moving averages on the weekly time frame. This can of course technically go both to 97 and 98. 98 is a big resistance, so I don't think we're gonna go above 98 98 with this move. Best case scenario right now is stopping up here, right now going down. Bitcoin, you know, explodes to the upside because these are inversely correlated. So when dollar currency index goes towards the upside, Bitcoin goes towards downside. Other way around, when this goes towards downside, Bitcoin goes towards the upside, and so forth, so forth. So right now, there is big probability that this is gonna, you know, take a break, take a chill break, you know, go a little bit down. This move towards the downside might propel just, you know, Bitcoin to a really great numbers. So we might just be sitting at some kind of bottom here when it comes to DXY. Also, the indexes, I'm not gonna say much about indexes. They look kind of bad, but they're still not bad. I mean, there's the S&P is still above the 10-20 moving average on the daily. The DXY is still above 10-20 moving, sorry, on the weekly. Even on the daily time frame up here, the DXY is a little bit below, but it can just pump up. But S&P, you know, managed to hold the 20 moving average on the daily time frame. So it looks okay. The markets are not, you know, yet crashing. The DXY, we just hit some kind of top up here. Bitcoin hit some kind of bottom. You know, so are we gonna, you know, get up above this up or not? We're gonna see that. There is other clues up here that are showing us that we might just hit some kind of bottom down here. The first one is the big RSI divergence down here on the daily time frame. So the RSI goes down, the price goes down. Sorry, the price goes down, the RSI goes up. That's a big clue up here that, you know, it's divergence. Now we said before down here, it's not confirmed until we have two green candles, but you know, this movement, you know, green, red, green is also just as good. So this divergence is technically already played out, but if this continues towards the upside up here and we break this level up here at 50-60,000, something like that, we technically form what's called a double bottom pattern. So this can, you know, if you want to create a double bottom pattern down here, you gotta get above 59.7 or something like that. This line up here, you gotta get above 59.7. If you get above 59.7, you technically have this W pattern confirmed, because this W pattern is confirmed when this part over here gets above, you know, the pivot point in the middle. So this W pattern can definitely work out as well. So we got something, you know, that looks like on the smaller time frames like inverse head and shoulders that might work out and push us to 64,000. But we also got this, you know, W pattern that might work out if we pump up like some kind of 60 levels above here on the daily. So that might look like. But you know, this RSI divergence is definitely telling us right now that we are pushing it towards downside, and we need to, you know, consolidate a little bit more here. Another clue up here is that the RSI, sorry, the MACD momentum is going towards the upside while we are going towards downside. So everything right now is telling us that even my indicator down here is you know, going towards the upside. So all of the indicators right now on the downside is telling us that this might be some kind of bottom for right now. And now that we are looking at now that we are looking at the triangles and the folding triangle and stuff like that, right? We are above the triangle. We are seeing the bullishness kicking in. We are seeing the retest, you know, working out. You know, there are certain lines that has to, you know, be broken, but everything looks fine, guys. Everything looks fine. So I think right now, you know, for the day being, I think today we're gonna have a nice day. You can also see here on the daily time frame, we are just hitting the 10 moving average. So technically, we are not out of the dump yet. And as long as we are below this line, we are not out of the dump. But it looks fine. It looks fine. So you know, there are, of course, there are levels that we need to break to go towards upside. But you know, it looks fine. It looks fine. Okay, guys, let's see what's happening in the chat right now. There was one super chat wants me to see Stratos. Let's check Stratos. Anything that goes like it's on Bittrex. Why on Bittrex, man? Okay, let's check on Bittrex. Let's check the weekly time frame on this crap up here. Looks nice. It went from 2 to 5. Yeah, it didn't do 2 to 5. Not in the daily, not in the week. I don't know. Explode last hours from 2 to north of 5.5. Stratos. This is Stratos. Am I watching something else? Stratos. Maybe this. Oh, it's probably this crap. Okay, so I cannot do it versus Ethereum, and it's really hard to Stratos token. So you know, when it comes to these tokens that are versus wrapped Ethereum and stuff like that, it's really hard to do any kind of analysis on that, because you know, I would like to do it on some you know, on some you know, versus dollar or something like that. But you can see the trend line up here going up here, very nice trend line. And as you know, down here we had some kind of bottom, we went up to the trend line, had a pullback, and as soon as we broke that, you know, it just exploded. Now the reason it explodes you know, this much is because the volume is low on these kind of things. Any kind of token or something like that that has any kind of token or something like that that has low liquidity and volume, it explodes. You buy 50 of something, it goes like 2000% towards the upside. That said, it looks good, but it's really hard to figure out what's the next target for this is. We can do some channels here and show some kind of targets. Let's do channels up here. Let's do it up here. It's something like this up here. Yeah, these are the channels. So these are the targets. You can see here also because it goes from the top to the bottom, down here to the bottom. So it's right now we hit some kind of target at 14. It pulled back all the way back to 93. So these are very important levels to take into consideration right now, because these are channel levels, and oftentimes when you got nothing else, you look at the channels. Channels are pretty decent depending on the differences, stuff like that. Some people would do Fibonacci's. I don't do Fibonacci's from the top to the bottom and look for extensions and anything like that, right? Because people, oh look, this is 1.61, oh this is 2.2. Like, we don't do Fibonacci's. We do channels, we do moving averages, we do trend lines. We don't do Fibonacci's, and on the channels is like 148 and 93 really important levels. This on the daily time frame, you can see here a pullback back to the line. Let's go to the 5-minute chart and see how this actually played out. You can see here nicely coming to the line, having a pullback on the line, breaking above the line, exploding back and right back to the line and down here. Now it is below 10 and 20 moving average on the 5-minute chart. Will it bleed back down again? I don't know, man. This is some kind of altcoin, on Uniswap. Anything can happen with these things. Can you please check DXDY EGP? What's EGP? Yes, USD EGP. Egyptian pound. 50 Egyptian pound. No, sorry. 50 Egyptian. $3. Okay, I'll do it for $3. we gotta check. How well respected am I? $3 is fine, man. I'll do it for $3. DXY. Also DXDY might have hit some kind of bottom. Also DXDY might have hit some kind of bottom. I'm gonna show you right now on DXDY. The problem with I'm gonna remove everything right now, and I'm gonna show you something what I'm looking at the DYDX. The problem is here at the top everybody was talking about it and it broke to the downside. We forgot about it. The second problem was there was a trend line going like this over here, and it was falling and it fell through that trend line as well. So after it fell through the trend line down here, we stopped following DYDX because it was looking so bad. But right now down here it might have found some kind of bottom down here. I don't know what kind of bottom, but it finds some kind of bottom down here at the bottom. And right now you can see here previously it's been getting rejected by this red line, but right now over here also rejected by the red line. But right now over here it broke above the line. It's trying to hold above the line. This candle is not yet closed, so it can turn green again. You want to stay above the red line. This is the 20 moving average. That's around somewhere around 14.69 or something like that. You want to stay above those levels after today. If you want to see some kind of movements towards us, preferably going above the 50 moving average. But it did something very important, I think. Let's double check that. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it didn't. Let's go to the daily time frame up here. Let's see the lines. Yeah, so it did break out. It did break this downtrend, depending on how you draw the downtrend, but it did break the downtrend. Right now it's testing the downtrend again. So this downtrend down here, it is trying to break that. Maybe the lines are a little bit off. Maybe you should put some other lines, and then if you pull some other lines up here, it probably didn't. Yeah, it did not break the downtrend yet. So on the weekly time frame, it's still still have some way to go. But maybe it's gonna do something like this and go towards the upside. It's still not out of the dump technically yet. It's close but not yet there. It is maybe confirm some kind of bottom down here. It might do something like this and then break towards the upside, but give or take. This trend down here is fair trend is broken, but this long-term downtrend on the weekly time frame is still not yet broken. And when this 50 moving average comes down here, I think it's gonna break both of these. So you can also look at just that 50 moving average and look for the breakout on that, and that's gonna be fine. Falling wedge. 9 gain lease. Nice. There is crypto chat as well. 9 games leaks. What on this one? Yeah, 9 game leaks. Guys, you don't understand. Cryptocurrency on 9 gig. Like this is where you find the gold. This is where you find the next big thing, man. You know, me, we joined 500 rupees after that 1,500 rupees in cryptocurrency. You know, this is where you find the gold. I mean, you don't get it, but you know, people always ask, hey man, how do you figure out where to get these, you know, gems? You know, is it a Q coin? Is it Binance? How do you know? 9 gig. People don't get it. People don't get it. Falling wedge. Yeah, falling wedge on, there is falling wedge on Floki Inu. Where is Floki Inu? There is falling wedge on Floki Inu as well. So, you know, for everybody who saw that, there is falling wedge on Floki Inu, yes. So, you know, I'm definitely looking at Floki Inu. If it breaks out of a falling wedge, I might throw away some, you know, throw away money on Floki. Because if you haven't noticed, guys, if you haven't noticed, even this guy, Da Vinci, is asking about Floki. So I checked Floki out and Floki looks fine. So I know Da Vinci is asking about Floki. I also know that this guy has Floki Inu is in portfolio. And as soon as Floki Inu starts going towards the upside again, you know, this guy and all the other guys that has Floki Inu are gonna talk about Floki Inu. So why would I wanna sit on sidelines without having some kind of throwaway money in Floki Inu? You know? You wanna get my hands on some monkey ball. I don't know what monkey ball is. Okay guys, let's see. Okay, by the way, what is chat thinking about the poll, about the price of Bitcoin right now? 1% towards the upside. The meme coins are doing nice. 9, 8%, 6%, 23% Gala. We're gonna see that. What do you think? Yeah, looks fine. 54%. You know, 50% think. 23% is still unsure, sitting on the sidelines. Definitely, 53%, 11% thinks that definitely 53k is coming. I don't know. Still downtrend. Technically, you are correct. 10%. 10% are realists. You know, 54% are optimists, and 23% are like they don't care. They're like, wow, not sure, man. My money is probably safe somewhere else. Brate, can we see SHIB next target? There is no SHIB next target, man. SHIB is bleeding like a bottle without the bottom. The problem with the SHIB is it broke the 50 moving average on the downside down here. It's right now. Is it some kind of bottom down here? I don't know. Maybe some kind of bottom down here is down here at 3,000 something like that. But it is definitely just bleeding down. Like this is the strongest bleed ever. And as soon as it does this over here, it's done. It's gonna go to the moon again. But you know, right now it's not done. Unfortunately. Right now it's not done. Let's see on the weekly time frame. Do we have anything? Well, we got the 10 moving average up here, so you know that might be some kind of support down here. But beside those two, so yeah, it might be at some kind of bottom. You know, it's like some kind of hopium that we are at some kind of bottom down here at 10 moving average on the weekly time frame, which is very nice. And you know, if you can bounce off here, super nice. But the only thing that we are waiting for when it comes to Shiba is this downtrend. So once we break the downtrend, all good, all good. I'm waiting for entry into Patasarm. I cannot even pronounce that. Metal Legend CryptoPunk, just saying. Maybe there's so much small coins right now popping that I don't know what's next thing to pump. I told you the other day about Floki, bro. Could be a nice little trade. Yeah, Captain, you did. But here's the thing about Floki. Yeah, you know, my wife told me also about Floki. My wife also said somewhere up here, I think we should buy Floki. Maybe it was on down here, but it's still in downtrend. You know, you can tell me like it's time to buy Floki, yeah, but you don't know if it's gonna go down. Now we can get nice little falling wedge down here. So as soon as we break it out, as soon as we get about, yeah, maybe just time just to get in. Maybe just time to just get in, just wait. Maybe just throw away, you know, put some throwaway money into that and just hope it's just gonna break out. I don't know. But as soon as it breaks out, I think it can do a nice little move towards the upside. 2 times, 3 times, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna do 100 times for you people, you know, because there are other people that are getting 100 times. 100 times, these people down here, these people are getting the 10x, you know, and stuff like that. But, you know, people that buy here, you know, they can hope for 2, 3x or maybe 5x. Best case scenario, 10x. Did you see the trailer from Metal Legend? It's just amazing, like a movie. Yeah, but, you know, that sells. There's a lot of games coming out, these meta games right now. Everybody's making games right now, guys. Games are big stuff. Games are big stuff. I don't know why, but games are big stuff. So will the games prevail and you know, pump? I don't know. I don't know if they will prevail and pump. A little more coffee. You know, you should always listen to your wife. You never wanna leave. That's so. You know, my wife, she told me to buy Ethereum. You know, when we're going through during the dump, I gotta tell you this. My wife, I don't know how she knows. Maybe it's like second instinct or something like that. I don't know. She was telling me to buy down here. Sasha, why didn't we buy down there? Why didn't we buy down there? She's like, I told you, she wanted to buy down here. She was like, oh, because she saw that, you know, the price of Ethereum was 4,000 and I was down at 1,000 something. She was like, I like Ethereum. I want to buy Ethereum. And we didn't buy Ethereum. She wanted to buy down here, but no. So the price goes up. So Ethereum was what, you know, right now Floki Inu, she's saying to buy. She also said, you know, we should buy some other stuff as well, but just like Floki Inu, you know, I think we should buy Floki Inu, you know, she said. And then it goes up and she's like, I told you we should buy Floki Inu, you know. So yeah, I don't know how she knows, but you know, she doesn't know tech analysis, but she got this woman thing going on, you know, the feelings and stuff like, it's low. I think we should buy. It's low. It was high. Now it's low. Now we should buy. People are talking about something that was high and now it's low, so we should buy now that's low because it's gonna go high. They don't know what the price is. They just know that now it's low, it was high. People are still talking about it because they are on all of these social media and stuff, right? So they know if people talk about it or not. So all they know is it's been high, right now it's low, so let's buy. So you know, I should probably listen to my wife a little bit more than I do. Hello, cheap one, can you check ARK again? Thanks, I'm a cheap one. $4.99, man. You're calling me cheap. $4.99. What am I gonna do with $4.99? You cannot even buy a beer. Like in Norway, beer costs more than $4.99. How much does a beer cost in Norway? Beer Oslo price. Cost of living in Oslo. Where to find cheap beers? Not cheap beers. Let's go to Google. Google is better when it comes to these kind of things. Okay, let's go. Beer Norway Oslo price. Okay. Meal for two, mid-range, $970. McDonald's domestic beer, 1 pint draw. How much is 1 pint? It's about $90. Yeah, that's I have. Yeah, 1 pint. It's about $90. That's about right. So it's 90 bucks and 90 kroner. So USD NOK. Let's go. You know, how much you gave me? No, sorry, euro, Norwegian crowns. So I got $4.99. I cannot even buy half a beer, man. Half a beer, you know. And I'm the cheap one. Half a beer. It was 8 a pint. Yeah, it was 8 a pint. But yeah, I'll do the ARK again, man. I'll do the ARK again. It's fine. It's fine. Let's do it on Binance up here. It's following. You can see what I'm saying to you guys about, you know, everything being on the bottom support. So if Bitcoin dumps down, you know, everything is definitely dumping down. Okay, everything is definitely dumping down if Bitcoin dumps down. So it's not just ARK, it's everything. So you know, Bitcoin cannot dump down, because if Bitcoin dumps down, everything dies, because everything's right now sitting on this support, goddamn support, a less line of support. So if Bitcoin dumps, everything down. But if Bitcoin doesn't dump, everything pumps, right? So that's what we like to do, right? So what you can see here on ARK is that you are sitting on the support on the 50 moving average down here. Let's go up here. You can see here we are right now climbing up here on the 10 moving average up here. Can we dump down? Of course you can dump down. Let's see if there's some kind of divergence going on here. Not that much. No divergence on the weekly time frame. Looks nice up here. No big moves. It's just kind of going sideways. So all looks nice. All looks nice for the next move towards the upside. Let's see here. Here you go, buy your beer. $9.99. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. But I do know you do super chats, man. So it was a joke, man. It was a joke. I just want to say, you know, you know, in 4.99, because some people, you know, they feel, you know, they give you super chat and it's 1,000 of something, and you check it out and it's 1.5 bucks, you know, and they feel privileged that I should talk about their coins, you know, for some reason. I don't know why, but you know, if you wanna, you know, show some respect to somebody, you know, you don't. I'm not sitting on some kind of street corner and doing TI, you know, so you know, show some kind of, like $9, like. It's not much money for it. It's a beer, it's nice, it's, you know, but it shows kind of respect to the guy you are giving money to, you know. You're not giving like, here's like 0.5 euros, man. Do me analysis, like, come on. I'm not that cheap. No, I'm just kidding, but you know, thanks man. Anyways, ARK, let's talk out. Now that I got 9.99 and 1.5 beer, I can talk about ARK. Let's see here. So there's definitely this down here is not a triangle. This is a trend line. This is the triangle. So triangles should go something like this up here. Let's see where the damn triangle is. Can we do it on the monthly? No, we cannot do it on the monthly. It's on the weekly, somewhere up here. You know what, I haven't done this before, but you know, we can do something about this. Let's see if we can do about this. No, not like this, not like this. Nah, we need some kind of angle that we can use to create some kind of a fib wedge. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe something like this, and then you use something down here, and yeah, that's it. We got it. It's nice. So we can definitely fall down a little bit down here to the 50 moving average down here. I think this you know, these triangles are very often very symmetrical triangles, and once you find some kind of line up here, there should definitely be some kind of bottom line here, you know. Tip and trick to hold your TLM, much room to grow. Yeah, TLM looks fine as well over here. So there is definitely some kind of triangle going on up here. We want to break out the triangle. We don't want to break down. Right now it's just in the middle of triangle, so you know, it's still, you know, shaky time. This can go all the way to the May, so you know, this is a weekly time frame. So technically speaking, this can, you know, continue for a well long time. I don't see this breaking out right now. Let's see to the daily time frame. This was actually a weekly time frame. You know, it can break up soon. If it continues following this trend line up here, it might break out latest around January, but it's not doing much. I'm sorry, but you know, ARK is not doing much. It's kind of one of these crap coins that are not performing. Any targets to accumulate Solana? Right now, Solana, I think, is looking good. You know, it might be some kind of bottom like everything else. Where is it? Solana 0.35. Yeah, it is down at 50 moving average down here right now. It's still, you know, bleeding towards downside. Cannot get back above the trend line up here. The question is what's going to give out first, you know, the 50 moving average or the trend line. If you break the trend line to the upside, you're bullish. If you break it on downside, you're bearish. And then you got these two targets at 185 and 174 that should hold. If they fail as well, it's kind of crap. I don't know what's happening, but right now the 50 moving average is the support. The trend line is the resistance. Something has to happen here. ARK looks like a double top bear sign, man. I don't know if it's double top or whatever, you know. I just see that it's not doing much. It's just going sideways. So there's so much good coins. There are not so much good coins right now. 1 minute Shiba super chat. There is not that much good coins right now. There definitely is some good coins, but you know, there's no reason to, you know, go into these coins that are not performing. If your coin is not performing, there is probably a reason why it's not performing right now. 0.99 on Bitcoin right now. Let's see up here. Volume is decreasing as price goes down. Volume is decreasing as price goes down. Good sign. Yeah, that's a good sign. So volume is showing interest in the price, but you cannot just look at a couple of candles. You know, you have to look at it over time. So it depends on what you're looking at. You know, just like over here, you cannot look at just like 3 less candles up here. You gotta look at like a longer period of time and see that the volume is decreasing over here while we are technically going on the downside. You cannot just look at these 3 candles up here. You know, you gotta take into consideration volume has to be taken into consideration on a longer period of time to get the big picture, because just a couple of candles doesn't work. You know, the best case scenario would be if you had some you know, moving average up here. Probably there is up here, there is moving average, you know, the moving average, but even the moving average doesn't help you over here. So that's why I don't like to look at a moving average. I remember it now. Don't like to look at moving average, but you can see these big pivot points up here, right? And they are getting smaller. So pivot points are getting smaller. That shows you decreasing in the volume up here. Even the volume right over here is telling you right now that there is no interest in price going lower. So you know, that's nice. Hey, the late adopter Meta Hero is gonna announce a new metaverse later today. Big news coming. Okay, let's check it out. Metaverse. Meta Hero. Is RSI overbought on higher time frames a good signal to buy daily, weekly, or even hourly? RSI is a tricky thing because people don't understand RSI, so then they don't understand how RSI work. So they don't understand the overbought or signals. On the daily, we are sitting right now at 43, so you cannot say that you are overbought or oversold on the daily. We are actually at the bottom. You'll see in some kind of uptrend. In an uptrend, we do not go below certain levels down here, right? So technically, if we right now, technically we are in some kind of, you know, down here we, you know, bottomed out, and right now we are keeping this 40 levels. We are going up, down, up, down. This is on the daily. Daily, they usually goes up to 80 or something like that. But weekly can go all the way up to 90 or something like that. This 94. But on the way down, it goes down to 40, something like that, and then it slowly climb. So we are not overbought or oversold as well. But you know, these overbought levels, look here, you know, ever since the bottom down here, you are technically on overbought levels on the weekly time frame. We do not look for overbought, oversold levels on the RSI to see if we are, you know, at the top or at the bottom. What we are looking for is because the trend, you can see the big move, you know, it just keeps above up here. I mean, it goes down a little bit, sure, but you know, it just keeps above. So overbought, oversold levels are not the thing that we are looking at. We are looking for the moves towards the upside, divergences and stuff like that. We also like to keep above certain levels up here, above 50 levels up here. As long as we are above 50 levels, we are bullish. If the RSI have been down here, we have been bearish, but it's up here, so we are bullish. Right, so that's what we are looking for. We don't care if it's, you know, oversold, overbought or something like that. I mean, sometimes we do care about that, but you know, it has its use cases, but not right now, and not the way most people are looking at it. Yeah, this still looks nice. Still no problem. Still 3 hours left. Let's see how the 1 hour is gonna close. Above 10 moving average, maybe. How many left? 10 minutes left. Gala is pumping crazy for a few days with high volume. What's your opinion in the chart? Gala, just like Sand, Mana, ELV, everything is pumping like crazy. Gala up 25% right now. We've been following Gala for a while now, and you know, I just don't know where the Gala is gonna end. Let's do Gala. Let's do Gala not on Binance, but let's see up here. No, not this one. Gala. We gotta find big Qcoin maybe. Nah, it doesn't have enough. Gala. Let's see Gala. Uniswap, this versus Ether, USDT, nah. Gala, Binance, Hobby, nah. Gala, where's the FTX? Nah. Gala. Maybe the Qcoin is the largest one. Yeah, maybe. It's also down 0.0. Yeah, okay. It's a daily. Yeah, we can work with this. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to find some very interesting trend lines. What's the most interesting trend line up here? This one, something like this, maybe. Let's go to the daily time frame and see if this is interesting enough. Up here, maybe. Yeah, let's use this one. Okay, tap. Okay, so let's use this one and try to figure it out. Okay. Somewhere up here at the top up here. It's kind of just pumping like nah, I don't like these lines. I don't know. This is really hard to say. When it's pumping, what we're looking for is some kind of parabolic move, but this isn't parabolic. You know, parabolic moves go something like this, okay? This is a parabolic move, okay? This is not parabolic move. This is a rocket move, okay? And rocket moves are really, really hard to figure out. So how do you figure out when we reach the top? Okay, so you go down to 4 hourly time frames and you start drawing the trend lines. Okay, so the trend lines are gonna tell the tale of when we are gonna break down, right? So you got this one you got broken right now. So this up here at 84 might be some kind of resistance right now. 85, that might be some kind of resistance because of this line up here, because we already kind of went sideways right now, pumping again right over here. But we might also use this one down up here. So just because we are going towards the upside here, if we get rejected on the upside up here, we gotta go even further down the line on the moving averages, on the lines. So one trend line got broken sideways up here. We got this second trend line up here. We got third trend line down here, and we got a speedy trend line right now up here. So I would say as soon as if this starts going up here, cannot break above the 85 and starts doing something like this, and as soon as it breaks this line over here, as soon as it breaks 1 hourly over line, because right now it's pumping on the 1 hour line, as soon as it breaks the 1 hour line up here, I'm looking at these levels down here. It might have a pullback and stuff like that, but you know, the pullback doesn't mean done. It means that, you know, it's gonna have pullback or sideways, just like over here. It broke certain you know, it broke certain trend on the downside, it went sideways, hit some kind of other move, and you know, bounced back right back up again. So you're looking for these trends when you're looking for these you know, rocket moves to the upside. And right now it still looks like it has more room to grow right now over here. Not much actually, but you know, it has room to grow the way I see it, like 13-14% more. Whether it's gonna be hit today or not, I do not know. But this line needs to be taken into consideration. If we break above that line, it might actually just continue going up even further. I don't know how high, but you know, it does look nice. It does look nice. I'm doing an Elliott wave. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, Hero is very healthy. Let's look at Hero. I was about to do Hero. There is Hero, and yeah, there is Hero. Okay, let's go to the maybe 4 hourly time frame on Hero. Tila, you use Fibonacci's. Have you ever tried a Fibonacci in time? I'm physician. Anything true in space, normal Fib should work in time. Yeah, here's the problem. The markets are not based on physics, on nature. They are very psychological levels. And I was just thinking about today, so I can explain to you. Imagine if you got a line, okay? Imagine if you got a line, and there's a line. You know, the line goes something like this. You know what we're gonna do? Yeah, there is a line, and there is this. You know what? We're gonna draw a line. There is a line, and this is 0. Sorry, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you got a little ball, and little ball moves from one side to the other side, and then back again. Okay, and then back again. Okay, so little ball over here, the little ball moves from one side from 0 to 3 and goes like this all the time. Okay, forward and forward, back. Now you got a big button. Okay, I'm gonna draw a button down here so you can see it. There is a big button. Okay, there's a big button. Okay, there's a big button, and this button is red. Okay. Okay, so while this ball, let me explain to you. While this ball is moving sideways, you need to press this button, and you can press whenever you want. I'm not saying it, I'm just saying the ball is moving between 0 and 3, and you got to press the button, okay? You got to press the button. So the ball is moving beside, you know, 0 and 3, and you gotta press the button at one point, and you're gonna stop the ball at one place or other place, right? If you give this, I haven't done this, you know, so you know, don't blame me on this, but you know, just by thinking about it, most people will try to stop it at one of these points. Most people will try to stop it at you know, 0, 1, 2, or 3. They will not try to stop it at 1.618. You know, They will not try to stop it at 0.382, you know. They will try to stop it at very, very, very psychological levels in human nature. That's 0, 1, 2, 3. So you can press this button anytime you want, but most people will try to stop it at one point, and they will not try to stop it. The 0.38, the 168, these numbers, you know, 9, 55, 33, and so forth, you know, Fibonacci numbers, those are nature numbers, and they are found all the way in nature. Unfortunately, markets are not moved by nature. Markets are moved by human psychology and, you know, by emotions and by, you know, what you think is low and what you think is high. Just like my wife, you know, she sees something's high and then she sees something's low. She doesn't know that it's 1.61 down. She knows that it's low and she buys, and she knows that it was 4,000, now it's 1,500, let's buy, you know. It's not 1,000, you know, 0.13 because that's some kind of support. No, it's 1,400, it's a round number, let's buy. So humans are moved by emotion, humans are moved by psychology, humans are moved by, you know, some kind of a natural way of doing things, right? That's why I don't use Fibonacci. I don't believe that there is some kind of levels, support levels at 161. I know a lot of people are watching the 161 levels and stuff like that. I don't believe it. Markets are moved by the moon. Yeah, but moon is also psychological stuff. Human psychology is ruled by nature. You can say that behind everything else, human psychology is also ruled by nature. I can agree with that. But unfortunately, when we pick numbers, we don't pick 1.61, we pick 1 or 2. So, you know, so there is that. Wow, that was a big rant. I don't know why I did that. But I was thinking about it today, so, you know, it's okay. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end this stream here. In 1 hour, I gotta go get my shot for the, you know, I got bit by the dog. Isn't it because people are watching the fib levels and the reason why they kind of become, nope, not, that's what they try, you know, that's the lie they're trying to tell you. Everybody's looking at this level by that level. No, that's wrong. That's very, very wrong. All the losers are watching the Fibonacci's, all the, you know, people that are losing the trades are watching the EMAs because they, you know, they missed the target by, you know, 2% because, you know, or 1% because, you know, they're not watching the moving averages, they're watching exponential moving averages. They're not watching the real support and resistance levels. They're watching some fake, you know, nature support and resistance levels that are found anywhere. So they miss the targets more time than they hit the targets, and that's why they lose the money. So the thing, you know, the brokers, the investors, everybody that wants you to lose the money will tell you, use Fibonacci's, use Elliott waves, use EMAs, use whatever, you know, what's not right, you know. When you join trend lines, use the bodies instead of wicks, of course, and stuff like that, you know. So they will tell you anything they can tell you so you can lose money. The biggest lie everybody's gonna tell you is, yeah, everybody's looking at it, so it must be right. There is something to that, but when it comes to Fibonacci, no. Wash your hands next time you handle the bacon. Yeah, I already washed my hands like 5 times and do the like disinfectant and everything on the wound, so I think I'm fine. But what are we supposed to do then, TLA? You are not supposed to use Fibonacci. You are supposed to use the trend lines like this. You know, you can draw trend lines. There is this very nice in the, you know, lines. You use lines. You see these wicks up here. You use the wicks. You know, you use the wicks. Wicks tells you story. You know, you learn how to use those things. Those are the support lines. Use big time frames, and you find, you know, resistances. This is 65,500. Very, very important resistance. Most people are looking at the wicks up here. Wick is nothing. Wick is not a horizontal resistance. This is down here is a horizontal resistance. So you use horizontal resistances. You figure out how this works, right? You want to see some kind of big trend line, then you use some kind of wicks. You know, up here. You use extended lines and use some kind of wicks up here, right? And you find some kind of other resistance lines and stuff like that, right? Then when you don't have anything, then we have channels, of course. We got channels. What are channels? We got channels. Let's see some kind of channels up here. We got channels, of course. We can use channels as well because same distance from one channel to another, right? It does work out. So there's all kind of stuff to use. There is no need to use. There is no need to use Fibonacci. In the most, you know, the most used things when it comes to Fibonacci is retracements. So people are, you know, using people are using Fibonacci retracements, right? So what they do Fibonacci. They start from the bottom, they go to the top, and they see 0.38, that's the support line. Now, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? When you already got the most important, nice support lines ever in the history of the support lines, and they are the you know, moving averages. The moving averages are acting like support lines, like resistance lines, like everything you need. You don't need Fibonacci's. If you look at a weekly time frame, you can see here that we are holding the 10 moving average. Like you don't need Fibonacci. Fibonacci is the only use for Fibonacci's is retracements. And why would you use that when you got moving averages? You got moving averages. You can use the moving averages. You got the moon. You know. Everybody asking for Matic, sir. Nobody's asking for Matic. Matic is looking fine, guys. Matic is looking fine, 4.5% today. It made the double bottom. It confirmed the double bottom. Down here is the double bottom. This up here, it's confirmed the double bottom. It broke the 20 moving. And right now going up here. As soon as it breaks this trend line down here, it's going to go to the moon. There we go. That's the Matic for you. Okay? 4 hourly, 1 hourly. Okay. That's that, guys. That's that. Anyways, guys, how's everybody doing? Gala is in price discovery. You don't TI that. You check Hopium news, actual news, and FUD. No. Right now, you know, the news and FUD is gone. Right now, what you want to do is you want to do trend lines. You want to follow the trend. You don't want to break the trend. Once you break the trend, it's done. Especially slow moving trends. Yeah, calm down, my friend. Good luck with the shot. Yeah, thanks, man. I think I'm gonna do fine. If I don't do fine, you'll find out tomorrow. All right. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See ya tomorrow, same time, same place. Perhaps, hopefully, maybe. Bye bye, guys. I'm done. I'm still in bed. No surf today. How are you? I got bit by a dog. I need to go to get shot. First time here, Jihoon, if you're first time here, subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notifications button, come back tomorrow for more hopium. Don't let them stick you with the vaccine. I gotta get a shot. I got this thing. I gotta get a shot. Okay, guys, bye bye. I just did. Nice, man, nice. Okay, guys, see ya. Bye bye.